Okay, so the next topic under human physiology is about gas exchange. So what is being discussed here is about the respiratory system and how they are working, how they are functioning. So under this area, okay, students should be able to know the difference between ventilation, okay, or breathing, gas exchange, and cell respiration. Because usually they interchange all of this, but they're different from each other. Although these processes are interrelated to achieve one goal, and that is in the case of to achieve respiration. Okay, so right after identifying the differences between these three terms, then okay, of course we have to include the importance of gas exchange. Okay, so why is it important that our cells need to acquire necessary materials? So since our cells are actually respiring aerobically, it needs oxygen, and the only way our all of our cells would acquire or receive oxygen is through gas exchange. And with the help of the blood circulation, the transport system is making sure that each and every cell is actually being provided with oxygen. Okay, so right after that, we need to identify the structures. Okay, the structures in the ventilation system. Okay, starting from the nose, is nose, trachea, larynx, trachea, bronchus, and then the bronchioles, and then the terminal part of it is the alveoli. So once we have identified the structures, of course, it is very important for the students to learn about the function of each structures. Okay, because for sure there will be differences in how the structures are being arranged because they are serving a specific function. So the next important part is the features of alveoli. Okay, so the alveoli, these are the most terminal part of the ventilation system where gases are supposed to be exchanged. So we have to indicate, or we have to discuss that the structure of the alveoli is adapted to its function, which is for gas exchange. So the structure of alveoli is just one cell thick, so that it is actually, the structure is very conducive for gas exchange. Okay? And it is also supplied with rich capillaries. So there's a rich network of capillaries wherein blood can easily can just flow through these capillaries and occur gas exchange between it. So once we have discussed the features of alveoli, and we have to relate the features that we have discussed to the adaptation of this feature to its function, which is for gas exchange. Okay, so more importantly, okay, we have to include the efficiency of lungs. Why is it that the lungs are an effective organ or organs of gas exchange? Because within these structures we can find the alveoli, and the lungs and the alveoli is actually providing a larger surface area through which gas exchange can occur. So therefore, each and every cell can actually acquire oxygen. Okay. Lastly, okay, we we have to discuss about the mechanism of ventilation, or the process of ventilation itself. Okay, so for this one, we are able to discuss further the processes of ventilation based on the events that is actually occurring in the thoracic cavity, in the ribs, in the diaphragm, and the intercostal muscles. So we have to provide a table or a matrix. Okay, so for example, during inhalation, what are the events that are happening in the ribs? What are the events that are happening in the thoracic cavity? Would the pressure increase or decrease? What are the events that are happening in the diaphragm? Would it relax or contract? What shape will it take? Okay, and of course, what would happen to the intercostal muscles? So once we have provided this matrix, the students would be able to easily understand what is happening in the process of ventilation. Okay, so since in the case of ventilation, it is actually maintaining a concentration gradient of gases. So the concentration of oxygen is being maintained inside because of the events that are happening in these structures. So same way with exhalation. So if we have provided this things for the students, they will be able to further understand how gas exchange is going to occur. So further details under gas exchange will be further discussed in the option topic.